What is up, guys? It's your average trader. I'm just going to go through a quick weekly analysis on NQ just to see what we should have prepared for this week. So, taking a look at news, let's refresh this real quick so that we can see what's going on. So, Monday, we don't have anything going on, no news whatsoever. Tuesday, we have employee cost index at 8:30 in the morning. Then we have some other medium impact news at 9 and Chicago PMI at 9:45, and then we have some red folder news at 10. Tuesday could be a lot of movement. Wednesday we have ADP non-farm employment. We have PMI at 10. So we have a lot of news dropping, and then at 2 o'clock we have FOMC on Wednesday, so that should be fun. We'll see what goes on there. Thursday we have unemployment claims at 8:30, and then just small news at 10 and 10:30, and then Friday we have average hourly earnings and NFP. So that should be fun. Or the unemployment as well, yeah. So PMI, man, we got a lot of news this week. So a pretty heavy week on news. But news is only a smokescreen, so we don't really focus too much on it. It's just good to know when there are news drops, but we don't do anything based off of that. So let's take a look at a higher time frame. What is going on for this week? So we see I have this marked out as a daily order block. Let's take that off. Let's say, I mean, we'll see if that's still respecting it. But what we see so far on NASDAQ for the week, we came up, dropped, created a lower low, or a higher low actually, lower high, and then we created a lower low. So we broke this, creating a market structure shift, came back up, tapped into an FEG probably before selling off again. So these last 2 weeks have been red weeks, based off of what we were kind of expecting. Let's take a look at the daily. So yeah, we see here it came down, created that market structure shift, came back up into premium, tapping this fair value gap before breaking down. So Friday we had just a small movement up and then just stayed relatively flat. Wednesday and Thursday were really big red days. Monday, Tuesday were up, so it was an open, high, low, close kind of day. So that's what happened. And so let's see. We have a fair value gap there now that we could Sunday into Monday come into. So I'm just gonna mark that there. And then this was supposed to be the equilibrium from this to this. Is it still that? Yeah, still the equilibrium of that. Let's see on the daily, is there anything here? We had an order block marked out before that kept price up. It was this order block right there. This down close candle came into a tap, so we could bounce here because we have a high, a low, a lower high, a lower low, and we could come here for a lower high before continuing off further. So we are bearish on the daily, bearish on the weekly. Just double check the weekly. Yeah, we could have another red candle for sure. Probably targeting, I think for next week my target would be here, the top of this, as a draw on liquidity. Or not even the draw on liquidity, just a target. And then really liquidity's found right there. But that'd be quite a move. So this is a pretty good target for the week, since I'm bearish next week. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. Yeah, we are consolidating right now in this area, creating lower highs and higher lows. So this is an interesting spot to see what opening price will do in a couple of hours, 4 hours, when it opens up again. I do think we're going to come back up, tap into, oh, look at this daily fair value gap, right? But I also am seeing this fair value gap right there that is sitting take that. Accumulation 2, yeah. That's sitting right in premium of this leg down. So I do think we're gonna pump up into this, come up in here before continuing further down. We also have this breaker right there at the top of this fair value gap that it could tap into. So I won't be bullish until we have a 4-hour candle close above this high right here. So until then, I'm looking for shorts. Doesn't mean that I'm not looking to be able to scalp long, because I am thinking that there's going to be some kind of retracement back into premium, but it could eventually sell off as well. Or price could just immediately start selling off Monday, Tuesday, but that's super unlikely. So we'll see what it wants to do. I do think it's going to be another open, high, low, close week. And so, yeah, we'll see. Let's take a look at let's go to a smaller time frame. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. So I haven't marked this one up in a while. So taking a look at the 1 hour, let me just clean that up there. Yeah, the 1 hour again, same thing as the 4 hour. Let me make this bigger. I don't see much. Like, we have a high, we have a lower low, we have a lower high. We could be coming in for a lower low. Who knows? Because look, even on the 1 hour, we have it coming up, breaking down. We tapped right into this breaker right there at close on Friday. So we could come down, maybe grab this liquidity right there before rallying up. So we'll see what the session will do, but there's really not much resistance, I don't think. Oh, I even have it marked out here. Was that the one that I had before? 13,949. Yeah, I had this marked on the lower time frame as well, but I don't have much resistance in the way except for this 1 hour fair value gap right there. Yeah, we're so close to it. It's probably a low-hanging fruit at this point. Let me just drag this over. Yeah, this week is going to be interesting. Actually, it even tapped into it, and it bounced right off of it. So that was a good bounce up. Now we're kind of consolidating. Then we drop down, and we're wanting to go back up, filling in this imbalance too. So I do think that Monday, Tuesday, we could see green days, just like this week. Green days up, coming into a premium of this leg down. Potentially rejecting at this breaker block right there, because it also has a breaker on the 1 hour, on the 4 hour. It's the top of the fair value gap on the daily. I do think we're gonna probably see if we can come up, takes out some liquid, especially this one right here. That's definitely a target. That's low-hanging fruit as well, that it doesn't have much resistance to there except for this gap and that gap. But apart from that, if it gets to this high, then we're 100% going to see this high. And that could probably happen in London. I don't know if overnight on Sunday to Monday, but I do think, yeah, I think Monday, Tuesday, we're going to come up here before selling off for the rest of the week, especially with all that high impact news that I said before, right? So I said Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday could probably bring us up because of this. And then we have this 10 o'clock consumer confidence could bring us down. That could bring us down. That could bring us down. All of that could bring us down. So it's definitely a possibility because this week we have a lot of news coming in. But we will see. We will see what happens. So obviously that's just a plan that we have formed now. But doesn't mean that we're going to stick wholeheartedly to that. We're going to see what price does. Every night we're going to review the day just to see and react accordingly. And so trading within the correct time and reacting to price, keeping in mind our context and narrative, and not being married to a bias consistently. I mean, we can have an unbiased bias. So just because we think that Monday, Tuesday it's gonna go up does not mean that we're always gonna keep looking for longs if it keeps coming down, right? It could go either way at this point. I can't say what it's gonna do until I see what price is doing in action. So it could, if it takes out this high, going for that one. If it takes out this low, you could definitely go for this draw on liquidity. So who knows? Monday we could even come down here and we have an all green week. So it all depends. So like I said, react accordingly. Size down if you have to this week. I think I might just trade normally. But yeah, let's make some money this week. Should be a good week. But yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.